A dialogue, perhaps a very filmy dialogue, has chased me this year. Oh, 1 minute. Let me first tell you the books I read, then I will discuss this. Gora by Rabindranath Tagore, Gavan, Godhan and Karm Bhumi by Premchandji, My Experiment of Truths by Mahatma Gandhi, The Discovery of India by Jawaharlal Nehru, India that is Bharat and India, Bharat and Pakistan by J. Shai Deepak, India After Gandhi by Ramachandra Guha, White Knights by Fyodor Dostoevsky, Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling, পথের দাবি শেষ প্রশ্ন বড় দিদি and শুভদা by Sharashchandra Chattopadhyay, Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. At first, I will discuss the different tastes of love that I relished. To discuss that, the shades, I will discuss different classics that I read this year. In politics, I visited different ideologies from the central left to Hindu nationalist. Each point of view contains rationality and irrationality. This year, I read the complete Harry Potter series and also watched all the movies. In the last book, spoilers ahead, when Snape's story is revealed, the story takes not only a sharp turn but also gives a deep message. Since it is a fiction, everyone has the freedom to describe according to his or her understanding. I will share mine. My mind asks after realizing Snape's story that what keeps Snape in the right party. The answer that always comes to my mind is love. He once loved someone, and for that string, he stopped going to the Death Eaters. It is that love which keeps your goodness alive, and it is that love which keeps your care intact. You care because you love. White Nights by Dostoevsky. The novella portrays a lonely dreamer whose brief happiness with Nastenka highlights the fragility of human connection. Nastenka symbolizes an individual trapped within societal constraint, illustrated through her grandmother's control and the metaphor of the pin. The dreamer represents freedom from society, yet this freedom is shaped by isolation, chronic melancholy, and escapism through imagination. The four-night romance can be read as a dream constructed by the dreamer's mind rather than a literal sequence of events. In the end, he chooses solitude over attachment because sadness has become his familiar chosen state. You can read my blog where I've discussed it in detail. The link is in the description box. Gora by Rabindranath Tagore. I read this classic at the very beginning of the year, so I've forgotten the intricate details, but forgetting the crux of this book is impossible for me. All the characters of this classic represent different shades of human beings, and the dialogue between them is actually nothing but discussions between different ideologies, and it ends with the revelation that all the life, whatever the characters have believed, is not complete, and therefore there is a need to learn more rather than becoming rigid and all-knowing. I will definitely write a complete blog on this in future. You can subscribe my Medium account, which is the link is in the description. Political and the opposing eyes. Different political ideologies and viewpoints are not always different. Actually, they talk about the same thing but differ in their presentation and priorities. Priority is always time specific, and therefore the successes of ideologies and the failures of ideologies are also time specific. See, the needs of a nation are time specific. Like in 1947, when we got our soul back, our soul was hungry, soul was devastated, our soul was broken, our soul was discriminated against. Back then, our soul was crying to get repaired and mended, and politicians of those times did that, definitely with success and failures both. Now we are a healthy soul in comparison to 1947, so it is the time of wearing new clothes, and our current politicians are doing it, definitely with success and failures. If you see very closely, maybe these two ideologies seem different, their talking points are different, but actually they complement each other. Both are great, both are flawed. The things which keeps us flowing and prosperous is that we have both strand of politics and we can choose what we want. By both, I'm not suggesting a duopoly, instead I am alluding towards a spectrum of ideology. My experiment with truth by Mahatma Gandhi gave me something which can't be explained in just a few words, so I will write about this book in the future. Discovery of India gave me a full picture of our motherland and politics aside. It feels like a lovely letter to our nation. Now, India, that is Bharat, is ideologically opposite to the politics of Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru, but this is not true. It is just a narrative propagated by people who want to take advantage by creating fake tumult. Actually, this book is just an extension of them. Decolonization is like evolution, it is a continuous process and it is happening right from the start. Now, India After Gandhi is a great socio-political book of modern India. It is unbiased and most importantly, it is very engaging. One thing which this book lacks is the economic part. So this book is actually a socio-political description of India and one of the best scholarly works on modern India. The Premchand effect. Godan, Gaban and Karmbhumi. The trio says a lot about India, her politics, society and above all Premchand himself. The most fascinating thing for me was his female characters. In this era of feminism, if you see the female characters in films and literature, most of them are being used just as a showpiece. Their roles are not well written, do not possess any nuance and depth. But read Gaban, read Godan, Karmabhumi. Females are warrior, females are revolutionary with immense depth. Sarath Chandra Chattopadhyay. Now he is a giant novelist. He was feminist and his writings are lively proof of his stance on women. Now his female characters are very different from Premchand or Rabindranath Tagore's female characters. Sarath Chandra Chattopadhyay focused on the real life problems of the female of his time. How they would suffer as a widow, how they did not have the rights to love someone and marry someone. If you want to know the real society with all its nuances, you should read Sarath Chandra Chattopadhyay's work.